Alright, it's time for a patch update. It's first time this year. Kind of been neglecting it, not just on the videos, but in general. Haven't got a whole lot done as far as the plants are concerned. I've had some problems, but we'll go ahead and do a tour. Bear with me, it's a little breezy. You can see it in there. It's not real big. It's the 1484 Frias. It's only been out in the patch for 2 days, and it's probably right at 3 weeks old. So it's behind, but not really bad. One of the nice things about that plant is I set it outside to harden it off during a pretty hot day. It was about 85. Usually they wilt. All the time they wilt. This one didn't wilt at all. It just held strong. That's a good sign. It's been 90 last couple days. Held strong, didn't wilt. So I'm definitely hoping that one makes it, and because it could be a good contestant for this kind of climate. All right, so this dude, this is the 2158. The end of the vine is all flowers, so I'm really hoping that doesn't mean it's stopping, because I know when a side vine gets like that, it just stops. I found out that I was underwatering this. It was getting the same amount as the other plant. You'll see it in a minute, but it just wasn't getting enough, and it was wilting really bad. So I watered it by hand for a few days, and then I bumped the watering up on this station, which is another good reason why I'm glad that I switched to each individual plant has its own water station. If I wouldn't have done that, I'd be in trouble right now. We'll see how this does. It's the 2158 Gettys. I don't know. I have a spare in the grow room. One of my 1246s that might have to come out here and replace this. This has been outside for a long time. That plant is 5 weeks old now, and it's only that big. I haven't talked about it this year yet, but I made another patch. We're just east of the big patch. It's 25 by 40. I tilled it, I put peat moss and everything in it. And I've still got to build the structure and everything around it, but I'm not going to get real carried away. I'm going to do poles and a cable and just drape hail net and shade net over it. That's the 808 grubs. And that one over there is a 1049, my 1049, which grew to 1246 last year. These two are the same age. I put them out here the same day, and I had a solid week and a half under this thing without taking it off, and it come to find out this plastic doesn't let enough light through. So when I finally took it off and looked at them, they were really light colored, hadn't grown much, and so for the last week I've been taking it off, and now I've got the new leaves are greener, they're darker, it's better. I've been fertilizing, trying to water a little more. Just sucks. It set me back a week and a half on those two. Those two are also 5 weeks old, so they're even smaller, but at least there was a reason, and it seems like they're kind of picking back up again. I have one more spot for a plant that I don't have out here yet. I have two 1246s growing in the grow room. We'll put one over here. It's got its first true leaf. It's working on its second, so it'll be ready to come out anytime. I just gotta get this section tilled and get the water system set up, and then I'll move in there. And now, the big performer. This is my 1246. It's also 5 weeks old. It's been outside for 3 of those weeks. So one of the weeks was just sitting there trying to get over the shock, which they always do for me anyway. And so it's 4 weeks of growth. It took a long time for my plants to sprout this year. This guy's already got secondaries coming on. Vines should be touching down in a couple days, and I'm pretty happy with it. The watering's been good here. Haven't any problems. I'm going to, I know some of the other guys are starting to take their greenhouses off. I'm gonna leave these on until they outgrow them, basically, or until I start having trouble keeping it cool enough in here. But at this rate, I mean, as soon as the vine touches down, you know, it's gonna take 10 days and it'll probably be to the end of this. But I should be able to keep this on until to the end of the first week of June. These hoop houses.